Yes,
Hello.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've had a few trials and tribulations this morning. Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell everybody who you are, and then I'll be able to pronounce your name properly.
Yes, good morning, everybody. I'm Jessica Fleischer,
I,
aka the Kickboxing Queen.
I
I'm
know.
two times English kickboxing champion, second degree black belt, and founder of I Am Fighting Fit.
Yes, there you go, people. So I am not going to abuse her this morning. I'm not going to ask her any crazy questions because she'll come and kick my ass, won't she? Definitely. She's not like that. She's not violent. She'll only do it in the ring. That's it. So, yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Have I still got you?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. I'm just changing name because I spelt it wrong. It's got too many E's and I's and everything in it. I might even just change it to Jessica, and that's going to be
Just call me Jess. Just Jess. That's fine.
just Jess. Now, for the people in radio land, who obviously, because not everybody knows what everybody is going on in life, and I saw a post, and I knew the post was not related to what the post would be, and I thought, this is interesting. I'm going to read this. And it said something like, what would you do if someone turned up your door with a box of sex toys? Yeah, that's right. Isn't it? Yeah.
That was it was actually a giant bag of sex toys.
Giant bag. Oh, sorry. I prefer a box of sex toys, but a bag is fine as well because you can see through a bag and that's no good, is it? Anyway, So what was the post about?
Well, I'd connected with a guy who sells sex toys, Craig.
Yeah.
And he's a really great guy, and he doesn't just jump in your inbox saying, buy my sex toys, buy my sex toys. He actually takes the time to communicate with people, build relationships, not actual sexual relationships, but communication ones. And I wanted to make a point that we shouldn't try to sell like that, especially in the health and wellness, the fitness industry, the diet industry, where people message people saying, hey, I've got a supplement, you should buy this, you should lose weight, you should do this. And people shouldn't market themselves and try and sell their products like that. So how I used it to get people's attention was, what would you do if a man turned up at your door with a giant bag of sex toys? You probably wouldn't be very happy about it.
No, not at all, no.
So why is it okay for anybody to turn up like that with what they're selling? There's nothing wrong with selling sex toys. You just shouldn't be shoving it in people's faces.
That's the quote of the interview. Don't be shoving in people's face. No, you're right. Unless it's the Amazon guy turning up with a big box or bag because you've ordered them all. But yeah, and it's an interesting subject because it's the same with loads of different things. And I always use the analogy when you go on LinkedIn. People always want to connect with you on LinkedIn. So I connect with them all, and then within 30 seconds, you get an inbox going, "Oh, we're connected with you. Oh, I've got this great thing." I'm like, "Hang on a minute." I use the analogy. It's a bit like, and it works. It would work. It does work on occasion. It's like going into a bar, walking up to someone in the bar, whether a male and female, and going, "There's my hotel keys. See you upstairs in 5 minutes." It's not going to happen, is it? Occasionally, on the odd chance, someone's going to tell you to go and bugger off, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? But people, when they're in business, think they're very passionate about what they're doing and think, well, everybody needs this, everybody wants this, and bosh, they just want to get in your inbox or send you messages, and it turns people off straight away, doesn't it? Really?
Definitely. There's also a lot of marketing coaches out there who push it. They say you want to be adding 10 people a day, you want to be sending 5 messages a day, asking them to jump on a call, getting in their inboxes, and it's just outdated advice, or I don't agree with it.
Yeah, what I tend to do when they send me this, and I've connected deliberately with a lot of people the other day on LinkedIn, and I've had about 30 requests. So I've requested them all, and people have started inboxing me already. I reply back and say, well, that sounds fantastic. Why don't you sponsor the station and I'll promote your business? And they tend to go a bit quiet for some unknown reason.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
They're only interested in selling what they're selling. And that's why networking's powerful. I mean, we're here talking now. I haven't tried to sell you anything. You haven't tried to sell me anything, but we're getting to know each other. There's more chance of a sale being made in the long run by actually getting to know people.
Correct. Or what it also does, I might not be interested in your product or service, or even vice versa, but someone might say something. I might go, well, actually, if you want to look at nutrition and you want to get into a bit of fitness or whatever it is, go speak to Jessica, because she does all that sort of stuff. And I think, that's how it tends to work, doesn't it? It's referrals as well as, might not just be me, it might be someone else wants what you do. So tell everybody a bit more about, because I can see behind you, because we are going out on the radio. This is great for radio, but we're actually videoing this, and this will go out as a video on various platforms. So behind you, I see a nice belt there. Or that's 2 belts, is it?
Two belts.
Two belts. Nice. So when did you get into kickboxing?
I got into kickboxing when I was 19. And I was useless. I couldn't even do one press up. I wasn't athletic at school. I was very much that avoided it. I was slightly fat as a teenager, possibly a little bit too critical on myself looking back, but I was very insecure, I doubted myself a lot. But kickboxing was the turning point. It helped me improve my physical health and my mental health too.
Wow, that's amazing, because you're definitely not overweight. You look trim, and I can't believe that's quite old for someone to get into kickboxing. 19. No, I mean, my youngest lad was doing kickboxing from quite an early age, but then stopped because of commitments and other bits and bobs. But he was getting quite good at it, and I think it's helped him now with his physical stuff, because he does a lot of stuff at the gym as well. So yeah, it's good. It's a good. I think it's good because disciplines are quite important with kickboxing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's the community, the martial art aspect, the being part of the gym, and it's not just aggression or violence, what like people would think perhaps. There's a great amount of respect for your opponent too when you fight. Obviously, the majority of people who kickbox don't fight. I did go on to fight, and I wasn't a natural fighter. I didn't do well to start off with. I had a lot of losses to begin with. But I'm quite dedicated. I'm quite determined. So I carried on going. I wanted to win. I wanted to become a champion. I set my mind to it. I set my heart on it. And I worked hard for it.
I love that. That's a great message. That's a great message to anyone who's... someone said to me yesterday, I don't know where you get your energy from and how you keep on going. I say, when you've been kicked down enough times, you've had the crap I've had, you've just got to get up and keep going. You've got to keep fighting, haven't you? There's no point giving up. I love that. So what we're going to do, because we're going to play a track now, and then we'll come back for another section if you want to stick around, which would be great. We need to talk a bit more about doing in the future. If you could ever think, what, and I'll have a look now in a second, what is the album that you first heard the album that you couldn't stop playing when you first got it?
My first album was Let Go by Avril Lavigne.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'll
Skater Boy was the song that was the one that made it popular.
Which one?
Skater Boy.
Well, I'll have a look for that in a second then. So I'm going to play this track. We'll be right back with Jessica. We're not talking about sex toys. It's just that was a hook to get you all in. Did it get you all in? Yes. Brilliant. And it was great what she did. Great bit of marketing with that. So we had the animals, didn't we? We've got this one. Someone put on Popped In, Sold Out by Wet Wet Wet. So this is it. Popped in your inbox, people. See what I did there? Brilliant.